back to the Team to Beat Miami Heat podcast. My name is Amir. Thank you for listening to the podcast on Apple and Spotify. And also, thank you for watching on YouTube. If you are watching on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'm on my path to 2,000 subscribers, so it would mean a lot if you could subscribe. So, thank you so much. So, a report just came out from Anthony Chang of the Miami Herald reporting that the Miami Heat are expected to offer Bam Adebayo a new contract despite him having 2 years left on his current deal. So the Miami Heat are reportedly expected to offer center Bam Adebayo a lucrative long-term extension this off season. And Bam has been playing really well. Like the trajectory of his career has been amazing. He's been on the Miami Heat now for 7 seasons, which is hard to believe. He was drafted by the Miami Heat when he left Kentucky, and he was 19 years old. Pretty raw still, especially offensively when he first came into the league. And he played behind Hassan Whiteside, but eventually, after 2 years, became the Miami Heat starter. So, speaking of this contract extension, it definitely is extremely lucrative for Bam Adebayo. So, Bam can either get two types of extensions. One is incentive based. So one will be if Bam Adebayo can miraculously somehow make an all NBA team, he can get a 4-year, 245 million supermax contract. But he has to be selected on one of the all NBA teams. And the issue with that, though, is now the NBA has moved to a positionless all NBA team this upcoming season. And so, because of that, I feel like it's almost impossible. I mean, nothing's truly impossible, but it's extremely improbable that Bam has a shot due to that positionless aspect. Because prior to that, 3 centers automatically were selected for each All NBA team. There's 3 teams, and you would have to pick a center and designate a center. So, based on the previous voting system, Bam would have had a shot. He had a better shot when they had to put a center in. Now that they don't, it's going to be a lot harder for him to be a top 15 overall player in the NBA. But he's not far off. He's close. He's 26 years old. He's entering the prime of his NBA. He's developing new skill sets, which are definitely going to help him grow and expand his game. So Bam last season average, or this season technically, it's still the playoffs, averaged 19.3 points, 10.4 rebounds, and 3.9 assists per game. He remained one of the NBA's most versatile defenders among big men, able to essentially kind of protect the rim using his length, but also having the quickness and mobility to defend guards and wings on the perimeter. So Bam, we all know, has been screwed out of the Depoy Award multiple times, and he finished 3rd this year, I believe. Rudy Gobert won, which I think is BS. I don't really need to go into that, but the guy who usually gets the most blocks typically is the one who wins. Wemby could have won it. He was 2nd as a rookie. Spectacular rookie year for Wemby, but his team was just too bad. The T-Wolves were 3rd. At one point, they were number 1 in the West. So I guess that plays a factor. So block, steals, and your seeding plays a factor when it comes to Depoy. But either way, it's noteworthy that the Heat seem so willing to extend Bam Adebayo, while at the same time, Pat Riley last week in his press conference was saying for the Jimmy Butler extension, we're gonna have to wait. And that's because Jimmy Butler's almost 35 years old and he is not an Iron Man to a certain degree like Bam Adebayo, who's been consistent, who's been on the court for the Miami Heat, which is huge. So if you look at Bam, he's played 82, 72, 75, 71 games, 64, 69, and 56, where he had 1 year where he had thumb surgery, where he had to miss 6 weeks. I think that was the year in 2021 where he probably had the best shot to win Defensive Player of the Year. I think Marcus Smart won that year. That was the year that we played the Celtics and lost in Game 7 in the ECF. And that was the minimum amount of games he's played is 56. Jimmy Butler has been playing on average 60 games per season with the Miami Heat. So I understand. But either way, Bam has taken a great leap since he's joined the Miami Heat. Rookie year, he had averaged only 7 points, 5 rebounds. And this last season, like I mentioned, he's up to 19 and 10. He's had three double seasons basically. 2019, he averaged 16 and 10, 5 assists, 1 steal and a block. Followed that up with 19 and 9, 19 and 10. Last season, 21 and 9, and then this season, 19 and 10. So Bam is definitely growing and developing. I think most of Heat Nation agrees that we should give Bam an extension. And I think that realistic extension would be a 3 year, $165 million extension, which is still crazy. He'll be making over 50 something million per season, which is amazing because Bam is a humble dude who comes from humble beginnings, living in a trailer with his mom. And so he deserves it for being an all-star, being a all NBA defensive type of player for this Miami Heat. He's our cornerstone. He's our heart and soul of our team. Essentially, he's the anchor of our defense. We know Bam's offensive ability again has grown in his 6, 7 seasons with the Miami Heat. He's developed that mid-range shot, and this season we saw at the end of the year, basically the last few months of the season, he started developing a three-point shot, and he was shooting around 2 or 3 per game. And I think once he further develops that, it's going to allow him to spread the floor for his teammates, but it's also going to bring out bigs away from the rim. And we know Bam is really quick and mobile and a good ball handler and dribbler, so you can take those bigs off the dribble, which I think will be advantageous to him as well. So he still needs to work on other things, but he's 26 years old and he's developing on both ends of the floor. And I think we have to do it. Like, there's a limit of how many great big men there are in the NBA. He's not a guard, he's not a wing, he is a center or power forward. But either way, there are not many power forwards and centers out there that can do what Bam Adebayo can do. And so everybody, coaches out there, execs, they know that Bam Adebayo is really important. And again, we have to pay this man his money. Like, again, I don't think there's any chance that he's going to make an all NBA team, but it's not impossible. Who knows? He could develop that three, up his point average from 19 to like 25 per game. If he could do that, also getting 10 rebounds, also getting like a block, getting a steal, getting a few assists, who knows? Maybe it's possible, but either way, I still think he deserves that 3 year extension. We need to build a team around Bam Adebayo. We need to look into possibly trading for Donovan Mitchell, adding him as his sidekick. They're both the same age, they're friends. Donovan Mitchell has wanted to join the Miami Heat in the past. So I think building a team around Bam and adding another star and focusing on the Bam build moving forward will be beneficial for this Miami Heat team. And then if we can't get a Donovan Mitchell, then we have to figure out a way to build around Bam, Jaime, and Jovic. So anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you think Bam deserves his max extension? I really think he does. I think he's a great player, and I love having him on our team. So let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you have a good day.